Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Understanding Your Credit. This is Christina Torres with San Diego Real Estate Live. I'm so excited that you're here. Today I'm going to talk about 14 helpful hints that will help you maintain your credit score. This is so important because you want to be able to have good credit when you apply for a loan. And as a mortgage broker, it's really important for us to be able to help you get the best rate possible for your loan. So I wanted to be able to go over some tips and tricks and things to be able to help you get to that point where you can afford your first home, or even maybe if you're looking to refinance, to maximize that credit score for you. So please subscribe and like for more tips. We spend a lot of time getting you guys content just so that it's easy and click of a button for you. I also have a home buyer guide that I would love for you to download. This will get you some great ideas too if you're a first-time home buyer and you're looking to purchase, just to give you a guide and some tips and tricks on that as well. Just go to homebuyerguidesandiego.com and you can download that for free right there. So number one, let's get right into it. Treat each debt equally. Pay everything on time. It's so important to pay your debt on time. Whether it's a credit card, your mortgage, any of those trade lines, make sure that you're paying everything on time. It's a big part of your score with your on-time payments. You know, and to maintain a good credit history, you want to make sure that you keep old credit cards open. 10% of your score is counted towards your credit history. So you want to make sure, even if you're not using the card, that it's open and that it's there, just so that you have the longevity of it. I personally like to take my cards that are older, and I'll use them like once every 6 months just to get gas or something, and then just pay them off right away to be able to keep that maintenance, that they are there and active. Have fewer balances, consolidate those cards. So you don't want to have like 10 credit cards open with all these balances or small balances or anything like that. We really, really recommend, from what we've seen with credit, that 3 cards is a good amount of cards to have to be able to have balances on, and just keep those balances at a minimum. As low as you can keep them is absolutely the key to this as well. Okay, so don't miss a beat. Every bill counts. So make sure, like I said, that you are paying stuff on time. So if you have a hard time getting your bills paid, or maybe you forget, or you're a busy mom like I am, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is so hard to keep track of, you can definitely set up electronic pay for your bills. There's apps to be able to help you keep track. Remember, 35% of your credit score is your history. So you want to make sure that you're doing everything that you can to maintain that those bills being paid on time. Also, you want to get your utility bills as well on there. So go to Experian Boost. You can link your bank account and everything, and you'll be able to up your credit score by having those bills like utilities and water and all those counted as well, which is kind of cool. So keep those balances low as well. You want to make sure that you keep your credit card balances low. I always recommend under 6%, but just remember that most credit companies are, say, 30 or lower. So 6% is the sweet spot. That is where you're going to have the highest credit score possible, but you want to definitely maintain under 30%. That's really important. Monitoring your credit helps eliminate errors. Experience, Trade Union, Equifax, they all have monitoring programs as well as outside programs as well. So make sure that you're monitoring your credit. You can always lock your credit as well through these different apps so that other people aren't able to run your credit without your knowledge. So it's really important to keep an eye on that. Your credit is really important. Avoid applying for new credit cards if possible. New credit applications and everything like that. That's a part of your credit score, and those, every time you run your credit, it stays on your credit for 2 years. So, unless you absolutely have to, run your credit. Stay away from store cards. Don't get a Macy's card. Don't get a Best Buy card. If you have those cards, pay those things off. Those cards are the hardest cards on your credit. You want to have Visa, MasterCards, Discover, American Express, those cards that you can use at multiple places. You don't want to have a credit card that is just for one specific place. It's harder on your credit for score-wise when those balances are on those cards. So pay those suckers off as soon as you can. That would be the best thing you can possibly do. Make payments, but don't pay off completely. I always say don't pay your credit cards off completely. I know that you've heard from people that say you should pay off your balance every single month all the time. Well, I'm telling you, I deal with credit all the time. I've seen this algorithm, and the algorithm likes people that have a little bit of a balance. So even if you keep $5 balance on 3 of those cards, not 10 of the cards, like 3 or less of the cards. Like I said, if you're under 6%, that's really where you want to maintain it. That will show them in the algorithm that you are a responsible person that is paying off your credit and using your credit wisely. Okay. Don't be scared to call the credit bureaus or the credit card companies if you are struggling. It's okay. We all go through things. They're human too. Just call them, let them know what's going on. They can make arrangements. They can do deferred payments. If you can't make your car payment, call them and be like, hey, I can't make my car payment. They will take that payment and put it at the end of your loan and give you a grace period. Let them know before it's late or before it's due that you are having a difficult time. They will absolutely work with you. They want you to be successful, okay? Live within your credit means. Don't exceed those limits. It's really important to keep those credit card balances low. Wells Fargo has the 20-10 rule, and you just don't want to let your credit card debt exceed more than 20% of your yearly income after taxes, and you don't want to have more than 10% of your monthly take home going to credit card payments. So also chip away slowly. If you have a lot of debt that's going on right now, just do your best to pay all of those cards down. If there's a way for you to get a 0% credit card, if you're in that sweet spot where you still qualify for credit, you haven't gone over that 50% of those debts. If you have everything under 30%, but you feel like all the cards are at 30% and you have a lot of debt, then that would be a time to get a 0% card and consolidate everything into one card. That 0% will save your life because it will eliminate the interest for 18 months for you to really get a hold of what's going on. So that to me is one of my biggest tips on this video for you. Get all your rate shopping done. Get all the rate shopping done within a small period of time. So when you're looking at a car or a mortgage, you have 90 days, but we really want you to try to keep it within a 2-week period of time if you can. When you're committed to doing it, just go and do it, get it done. Try not to exceed farther than that out because we don't want it to be counted as more than one inquiry on your credit. Consider using a credit monitoring company. It's so important. Credit monitoring companies will let you know if your credit's being run, how to improve your credit, different tips and tricks as well. So all the credit bureaus have their own companies on things that they use for credit monitoring. I particularly use Experian. I know other people that use TransUnion. I don't think any of them's better or worse. It's just your preference on how you like the apps, but you definitely want to get some type of credit monitoring system. You can also use a credit boosting service as well. So for me personally, what I do is I have customers that come that want to refinance their house or they're wanting to purchase a home, and we're able to run a boost on our end to be able to see what they can do to boost their credit. And so there's also systems that you can do that too. Experian has a booster as well. You can go in there and it can say, hey, if you pay down $1,200 of your debt, it's going to boost your score. So those are available as well to be able to also know what your credit is. So, you know, there are plenty of tips and tricks and healthy habits you can use to maintain and even improve your credit score. Some of the best things you could do involve just being consistent with your payments, not overspending and paying bills on time. On top of that, other things you can do include avoiding applying for new credit cards, keeping an eye on your credit report for errors, and taking steps to eliminate that debt and lowering your credit utilization. So thank you guys so much for coming and hanging out with me for these few minutes. I hope that you got some great tips and tricks on boosting your credit. If you have any questions, I am so happy to help you. I really want to help you get in the best place possible in your life. Subscribe to our channel. We do this because we care about you and we want to be able to help you. I do have my home buyer guide that I would love for you to download. Whether you're in California or in any other state, get the home buyer guide, download it so that you have the tools you need to be successful in your home purchases. Remember, I do all kinds of different videos. We're going to be doing credit stuff. We have mortgage tips, investment tips, 1031 exchange, all kinds of 401k, everything that you're going to need to know about finances and mortgage and real estate is here, San Diego Real Estate Live. So thank you guys so much. Have an awesome day and check out some more of my videos while you're here. All right, see you later. Bye.